All right guys, so today I'm gonna share with you an easy meal that'll feed your family. It's low key, easy. I'm gonna make some shredded beef tostadas. So in the crock pot here, I have a chuck roast. To that, I am going to add about a cup of your favorite salsa. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, just whatever you like or whatever you have. To that, I'm going to add some onion powder, about a teaspoon. Some garlic powder, about the same. And I don't really measure, I just kind of shake it all in. Pepper. Chili powder. A good amount of chili powder. Probably about a tablespoon. And about a teaspoon of cumin. Or more if you like it, but I don't really care. I like cumin, but I don't like too much. So, and then some paprika, about a teaspoon. A good helping of salt. You want your meat to be seasoned well. That's a big piece of meat. Okay, and then I'm just gonna give everything a quick stir. Just kind of stir it around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I am not going to add any sort of liquid to mine because my meat is frozen. The chuck roast is frozen, so it's gonna have moisture coming out. So all you need to do now is put a lid on it and put it on high for about 8 hours, and it'll shred apart perfectly in the evening for you. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I did lower it to low about an hour ago, but this has been cooking, this chuck roast, in the crock pot since about 8 in the morning, and it's just pulling apart. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna grab 2 forks and just shred it. If your meat gets a little bit dry, you can always add like a half a cup of water just to allow it to continue cooking. All right guys, I took my 2 forks, I shredded it apart. You can definitely take the meat out and put it on a cutting board and shred it like that, but I just prefer not to do that, just one less thing to clean. So shred it apart, remove as much of the fat as possible, and I'm just gonna put this on low until I'm ready to build my tostadas. All right, so let's go ahead and make some refried beans for our shredded beef tostadas. I am going to use 2 cans of just regular pinto beans. If you have homemade, you can use that. Sometimes I make a full batch and then I freeze extra in the freezer, but I don't have any. So 1 full can, and the other one I sort of drained the juice out and rinsed it with a little bit of water. Not perfectly, but just get all of them out there. Okay, now you're gonna wanna put the stove on a high heat. And you wanna get them to a nice simmer. While you're waiting for it to simmer, go ahead and sprinkle on some garlic powder. I would say about a teaspoon. Give it a stir. And I wouldn't add any salt just yet, just because the beans, the canned beans, tend to have a little bit more sodium in them already, so you don't need to add extra. So there's that. All right, so the beans are coming to a simmer, and I'm just going to take a masher and I'm going to start mashing the beans. Okay, so I just wanted to show you real quickly everything that I'm going to use to build my tostadas. I, of course, have the tostada shells here in the back. There's lettuce, shredded cheddar cheese, tomatoes, jalapeños, and sour cream. And you could also add your favorite salsa, hot sauce, whatever it is that you like. All right, so we are ready to build our tostada. I have already put a thin layer of the refried beans. Next comes the best part, this delicious, juicy chuck roast shredded beef. So put a generous amount on top, just like that. Add some shredded cheddar cheese, a little bit of lettuce, some tomatoes, jalapeños if you like them. You could also use pickled, and a little dollop of some sour cream. And this is a delicious, quick, easy meal that your family will love. Hope you guys enjoy this.